Brawlers, baby.
You're watching the Brawlers Sports Boxing Show podcast, starring CEO Rick Muhammad. The Brawlers Sports Boxing Show podcast. Let's go, Jack.
What's up, boxing fans? It's your boy Rick Muhammad, Brawler Sports Media in the building. This is the Brawler Sports Boxing Show. Let's talk a little bit about last night's fights live on Showtime, PBC show, if you will. As you know, Earl Spence had his kid, Frank Martin, by the way, had a hell of a performance last night. Great stoppage. Young, up and coming. He is definitely the future of boxing. That's a good pickup by Man Down Promotions. Big ups. We'll be following Frank Martin here on the regular. But let's talk about what was asked of Earl Spence about the biggest fight in the world that all the fans and all of boxing, every critic, every writer wants to see. And that's none other than Earl the Truth Spence Jr. versus Terrence Bud Crawford. He said negotiations was going just fine. Everything was looking good and on the up and up. And this thing, should be moving along expeditiously to get it done. He can't give an actual date or a time frame. He just knows that this fight will end out the year of 2022. And that could be anywhere from September-ish to December-ish. And that's fair. We'll take it as long as it happens this year. Will it happen? Here's why I don't think it's going to happen, or it won't happen in 2022. The negotiations aren't moving along just fine. Because here's a couple of things why I say that I know for a fact are still like snags in putting this fight together. One, Bud is saying the money still is not right. Because remember, Bud saying, hey, I'm just as good as he is. I'm better, and I'm going to beat him. 50-50 money. The money still is not right. Second of all, there is no bout agreement that has been shared and sent out to each team's camp. What is a bout agreement? I'm going to tell you. A bout agreement is basically breaking down what each fighter can be expected to make on the money side, what the percentage is, 50-50, 70-30, 60-40, doesn't matter. All of these things are in the bout agreement. They're terms. Earl Spence wants this, that, and the third. Bud Crawford says he wants this, that, and the third. And on the bout agreement, it's not a contract. It's just making each fighter and their team aware of what each side of the ring wants. This is what I want as Bud Crawford. Hey, this is what I want as Earl Spence. Do you agree, Bud? Do you agree, Earl? And then they come to those terms and say, hey, I agree to paragraph blah, 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 or enclosure number 5. I don't agree to this. Change that. Same thing with Earl Spence and his people. This is about agreement. You have to have that to have some type of understanding. The numbers are already on paper, so you have a visual now. Okay, this fight can happen if I agree to the ABCs and Ds of this on both sides. If there is something that each fighter is not happy with, the verbiage, just write out, plain, flat out what it is that they're saying they want, and you're not in agreement to that. For example, if Earl say, hey, I want, let's say I want 65% on the back end of all the pay-per-view homes that purchased this fight. 1 million, 2 million, 3 million homes. That's big money on the back end for each fighter. No matter what percentage they get, they're going to eat probably better on the back than what their signed guaranteed person says they're going to get. And Bud say, hey, hell no, 50-50. Earl come back and say, okay, that was a little greedy of me. No 65-35. How about 60-40? Still, these are things that must be worked out. And this is what you guys need to understand as fans. It's not that these guys just lace up the gloves. They go to camp 8, 10, 12 weeks, vigorous training, running, strength and conditioning coaches, dietitians, nutritionists, everything to help them prepare to be the best fighter in the world. On this night, on that stage, they got to show you why they're welterweight champions of the world. We are the best in the world. We go anywhere in the world to fight anybody, anywhere in the world. Not always in our backyard. With that being said, this is why you need to understand the business side of boxing. There's a lot that go into these fights. And it's not just about the main event, Bud and Earl. Now you got the undercard. We got to come with it. This is the biggest stage, the biggest platform, the biggest fight in the world. It's history since Sugar Ray Leonard and Tommy Hearns 1 and 2, since Sugar Ray Leonard and Duran 1 and 2, since Sugar Ray Leonard and Marvelous Marvin Hagler. But for the welterweight division, this is bigger, is big or bigger, will be bigger probably in numbers and money because of the era that we are in boxing than Hearns, Sugar Ray Leonard versus Tommy Hitman Hearns. Believe that. So there's a lot that has to go into this. You got all the investors. We want to know where we're getting our money back from. What's our kickback? If we make $1 billion on this fight, on concessions, on ticket sales, on pay-per-view, whatever that is, and it's going to probably do over $1 billion once you add all those figures up. How do we get our money back? What kind of undercard are we going to have? What was our budget to pay these guys? We got to have a decent co-main event leading up to that main event. So we're going to have some real star power in putting this show together. We got to have a venue that's going to cover it. It's going to be big enough because people are going to come in flocks to see this live. This fight, if it's scheduled, as they said, October 29th in Las Vegas, I checked the Las Vegas Raiders schedule. They're not scheduled to play till Monday night, Halloween, 31 October. They got room for this fight to happen on Saturday night, the 29th. Perfect. Allegiant Stadium will be a perfect spot to hold this fight. It will be historical. This will be as big as the Muhammad Ali Frazier in Madison Square Garden, March 7, 1974. We talking huge. Bud Crawford versus Earl Spence Jr. So boxing fans, for those of you who don't understand, there's a lot that has to be put into this fight. It's not just about what the fighters say they want. You got a lot of people, investors, that have to say exactly as well what they want. In order for all the numbers to make everybody happy, the event, the competition, the competitors, Spence and Bud, the managers, the promoters, the networks has got to get involved, concessions, all of these things, T-shirts selling, food, beer. Are we getting any of that? You know, hey, there's a lot that's going on. But is this fight moving as smooth as Spence trying to sell it to be? No, because Bud's people are saying, hey, nah, the money ain't there. And if the money ain't there, we don't need to see a bout agreement yet because we already know that you guys aren't willing to be fair with the purses and give me the respect that I deserve as being the WBO welterweight champion of the world, because I don't have the IBF and the WBC and the WBA means nothing. I'm as good, if not better, than Spence. This is why I'm telling you guys, I'm going to beat him. I'm going to stop him. Rematch clause, got to have all these things. All the T's have to be crossed. All the I's must be dotted. This is a very, very big event. It has to be customized, tailor-made for everyone involved. Everyone. So, hey, I just thought I'd give you guys a quick lesson on purse bids, bout agreements, contracts, one-on-one. Bout agreements is just terms. They don't hold jack. You either say nay or you say yay. And if not, if it's nay, everybody goes back to the drawing board, start from scratch. What did he say he didn't want? What did he say he didn't want? Okay, well, is he good on this? Is he good on this? Is he good on this? They have to go back from scratch and get it right till both sides agree. Till both sides agree, guess what? You know, we don't have a fight, and we are nowhere near close of making that fight. Understand that. Believe that. So don't believe a lot of the stuff you're reading. You know, you got a lot of media folks out here, and a lot of us are sharing with you exactly what we know each camp is saying. And some of them may be saying some truth to it, but until the money's right, we have no fight. Know that. All right? So I hope that helped you guys understand where we are. Are we going to get this fight or are we not? We may get it. Not guaranteed. It's going to be like Spence is saying it will be. It'll close out the year in 2022. If they don't get their requests right and what it is they're asking to receive in this fight, that fight will not happen by the end of this year. So we all hope it do because, you know, neither one of these guys are getting younger, especially Bud is the older of the two fighters, which I don't think it's going to matter. Bud is one of those guys. He's going to prevail. He's going to adapt. He's going to overcome. And as is Spence, not taking anything from Spence. I'm a big Spence fan. I'm a big Bud fan. Hey, I love both of these guys. I got mad respect for anybody to put those gloves on. These two guys, though, they are the draw. They are the talk of the town. And that's why we want to see it. All right, I got to get out of here. That's it for now. It's your boy, Rick Muhammad, Brawler Sports Media in the building. This is the Brawler Sports Boxing Show. Hey, listen, if you guys haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please go to YouTube, subscribe to Brawler Sports Media, set that alarm and those alerts. When I post new content, your alarm let you know, hey, Rick's live. He just posted this, that, or the third. You can get on there and check it out. You can follow it with me. I take all my followers and viewers with me live on those fights. I'll be live on Facebook. I'll do more live stuff on YouTube for you guys, I promise. But I need you guys to subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, by all means, please go and do so. On Instagram, I'm at Brawlers_sports_media. On Twitter, I'm at Brawlers, capital M. And Facebook, I'm at Brawler Sports Management Group, LLC. And as you all know, YouTube, Brawler Sports Media. That's it for now. It's your boy, Rick Muhammad, Brawler Sports Media in the building. Till next time, say it with me. Let's go, champs.
Brawlers, baby.